Eric Lima here. You're watching my second chapter and channel, my YouTube vlog of 2018, derived from my original vlog from 2011, known as the People's Lima, aka TPL. It's EML77 TV, episode 159. How's everyone going out there? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. 16 days before Christmas, so get your shopping done, and 22 days before New Year, so get everything done beforehand. And today I want to talk about something that that I dealt with when I was a teenager over the years. It's called obsession. I had to block somebody on Twitter who follows me on Twitter, and I did not want to do it, but he keeps on ranting and raving about his favorite wrestler, Melina. Now I like Melina. She's one of my all-time favorite women's wrestler, but I try not to go borderline obsessive. You know what I'm saying? I try not to go way obsessive. Last time I was obsessive after somebody, it got me a lot of trouble, a lot of heat, whatnot. So, but this guy kept on going. His Twitter handle, and excuse my language, because this is his Twitter handle, is Pissed Melina Fan. Now, listen, I'm a big fan of Melina, as everybody, as some people are. But this, I try to be careful not to go overboard. All right, it's good to be a fan. It's good to be a fan of your favorite celebrity and all that. I get it. And it's great to be a fan. You know, we have Demi Lovato fans. We have Justin Bieber fans. We have fans, Selena Gomez. All these young celebrities, they have fans. You know, all these celebrities that, or like the older celebrities I know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Dwayne Johnson. They all have fans. Now I'm a fan of some of these good celebrities. You know. But I have to be very, very careful. You know, I don't want to constantly bug them online or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaking going to say hi. I'm a fan. The funny thing is that nowadays, like fans, recognize me. Some of these way obsessed fans recognize me, talk to me. Talk to me, Queen, or talk to me, King, or something like that. Me, I just respond. I try to respond in a respectful manner, of course, if I see something going on. Here's what happened, okay? Ruby Riott and Natalya were having a feud, and it's going to be a culminate at TLC in a tables match. So Ruby Riott's insulting the Hart family, telling them their disappointments and all that. So disappointments, nah, So I listed all the superstars and all the titles they've captured during their time here in the WWE. So one of my followers named Junior Carbuckle with this Twitter handle, and excuse my language, it's called Piss Melina Fan, said, no one remembers that. I'm a wrestling fan since 1991, full-time, okay? I'm a full-time wrestling fan since 1991. And I know this. I've been watching it. All right, so it was off and on in the 90s until 98. I get to watch it full time during the height of the Attitude Era. I started being a fan of it when I was watching Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling back in the 80s when I was a kid. I figured, this is a fun cartoon, So, anyways, so he starts saying no one remembers that. I said, well, it's time to educate these folks. I'm trying to be nice and kind, And then he said, well, no one wants to remember it. And then I was like, excuse me? I mean, dude, you guys, some of these folks got to be educated, man. So anyways, I left Natalya and Ruby out of the argument. So I'm trying to prove a point. Say, hey, listen, I respect all talent. That's how I am. That's how I've been. He says, oh, none of them can hold a candle to Melina. And Melina this, Melina that. Listen, I'm a big fan of Melina. And listen, I'm a little disappointed that she wasn't back for Evolution or the Women's Royal Rumble. Hopefully that will change for next year. Who knows what happened? I was like, I understand, because I was more understanding than this Junior Carbuckle guy is. Being understanding, he's got to understand that Melina's doing a lot of traveling, of her own. Traveling to Australia. She has got titles there. She's got, titles in other organizations too. And, she's trying out the indies, trying to still do her craft and everything else. and she does a lot of traveling, and and she's really sweet and nice, and always helping out others. Really cool. So do I wish she was back in the WWE? Oh, sure. But the fact of the matter is, this Junior Carbuncle guy has really gone overboard with his love for Melina. He was really obsessed. All right. So I'm not telling him. I did not tell him. Well, stop. Listen. I try to tell him to stop it. Okay, just try to respect all the talent. He doesn't want to respect the current talent in the WWE. It's all about Melina, and it's all about the Ruthless Aggression era. Listen, I watched that era. It was a pretty good era. Some of those guys I missed in that era too. I kind of was, I like to see some of them come back to, challenge these current crop of superstars. Dream matches could happen. We saw Rey Mysterio come back. They want to see a match between him and AJ Styles. I saw, when AJ Styles came to the WWE, everybody wants to see him and Shinsuke Nakamura go at it, and they went, and they did at WrestleMania. So it was really cool. So anyways, he kept on, this guy, Junior Carbuncle, kept on ranting and raving about Melina. I said, okay, that's it. Listen, I love Melina and all. I did not want to do this to you, but I have to block you. You don't understand. And I try to be the rational guy in this situation. I try not to resort to calling him names or anything like that. I said, listen, dude, you got to, just show respect to the current women's division. And it's like it's not their fault. It's not exactly their fault that they're not being used properly. It's the writers, the creative team. Blame them. And it's everything else. It's just, it's really, really sad when, listen, it's good to be a fan of a certain superstar or a certain wrestler and all, but if you go way too over-obsessed, people will probably find you, will be taken aback by you, and that's what happened here. Listen, I love Melina. I think she's a good woman and all, but the fact of the matter is, and I try to tell, okay, some of these ladies are not perfect what they do in the ring. They work hard. They do their best day in, day out, night in, night out, and all of a sudden you bring up Maya Jax, and it's like this guy, the current, he hates Sasha Banks. I'm like, what? Something's wrong with this guy. Listen, I still believe he's upset that the WWE did not bother to call Melina and bring her back to the, Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble, or to Evolution, and, it would be great to see Melina back in the WWE one day. Maybe the timing is off. When the timing is right, I think Melina will be back in the WWE. I've always believed it. But right now, like I said, so I had to block the guy. On Twitter. I was like, that's it. I can't take it anymore. All you're going to do is obsess over Melina and get upset and be irrational. I'm trying to be the rational person, saying, hey, I respect all the wrestling talent. I follow most of the wrestlers, if not all of them, on Twitter, except for a couple who blocked me on Twitter, years ago. But be it as it may, I try to be respectful, nice, kind, have a little fun with them a little bit, with their characters and all. Like, with Becky Lynch being the man. So I figured I'd have a little fun. You take the Chuck Norris jokes and facts and turn them and put, instead of Chuck Norris's name, replace them with Becky Lynch's name. You see, I don't know how she would react. And, so some of them liked my tweets on that. I thought it was pretty funny. So, and I've always respected Becky Lynch, and I think she's one of the best ever out there. And, like I said, being obsessed with somebody could get you in a lot of trouble. Take it from me. And I had to bring up the story again because the fact is not it's, to me, when I bring up the story, when I bring up the situation, for me, it's for more educational purposes to those out there who had some similar situation. But now with the Me Too movement going on, and sexual harassment and whatnot, we have, a lot of us have to be very, very careful how we handle the situation. Back then, the situation that I'm talking about was my ex-crush Paulette, and how it was my fault. It is my fault that I made that mistake, and ever since then, Paulette and I never spoke to each other ever again. I haven't spoken to each other in 23 years. Next year will be 24. And I look back at that situation and go, I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I was selfish. I was inconsiderate. I was arrogant. I was being a jerk. I was being disrespectful towards Paulette. I was disrespectful, and that was not right. That was not right of me to be that. And it cost me a friend to her. And like I said, we never spoke to each other. She didn't want anything to do with me. Never spoke to each other in 23 years. Do I wish her and I became friends again? Sure, but you know, there's times where you just say, forget it, move on. You know, and I said, well, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to move on. Let her be happy. She got married, a couple of kids. You know, hey, you know, she's moved on with her life. I'll move on with mine. And if God permits it, and we sit down and talk, maybe that will happen. But the thing here is this: obsession could get you in a lot of trouble, like it did me. Whether it be a real life person that you love or a celebrity, you know, you obsess after somebody, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. It will cloud your judgment on a lot of things. That's what happened to my friend Junior Carbuncle here, because his obsession with Melina has clouded his judgment of the women in the women's wrestling division. All right. Now, do we wish we had some of these ladies from the Ruthless Aggression era back? Oh, sure. I wouldn't mind. It'd be a lot of fun to mix it up a little bit, you know. I wouldn't mind seeing Melina back mix it up, let's say, against Alexa Bliss or with Ember Moon, or even with Nia Jax, you know, or even with Ronda Rousey. I don't know, you know. I wouldn't mind seeing Melina mix it up with some of these ladies. Or go on SmackDown Live, mix it with Melina and Carmella. That would be a heck of a matchup. Or Melina and Sasha Banks, or Melina versus Asuka. That's a good matchup. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, Melina come back, but we have to draw the line somewhere, you know. Like, you know what's funny? I go on Pinterest, right? I do Pinterest things now. I do favorite celebrities, and I got each, you know, you can do a section of each of your favorite celebrities that you like. You see a picture. And I discovered I like Demi Lovato more. At first, when I saw Demi Lovato on TV, I thought she was too smiley, you know. I thought she had that annoying smiling, like, always smiling. You know, it's like she's really hiding something, you know what I mean? But as she's grown up, she went through a lot in her life, and she's going through a drug rehab, and for that, and to see how beautiful she became really a beautiful young lady, a beautiful young woman. So okay, I like her, and she looked gorgeous and beautiful, and at the same time, she's a human being. You know, that's what we people here, we regular people, regular Joes forget. Is these celebrities are human beings, just like you and me. You know, and they ain't perfect, all right? They're not perfect. They have real life stuff, real life issues going on in their lives, like we do all the time. Yeah, sure, they make more money than we do, and we put them on this pedestal. But at the same time, we seriously need to be very, very careful how we treat these celebrities. You know, I wouldn't know what to do if, let's say, Demi Lovato walked into the mall that I worked at. I'd be stunned. I'd be like, you know, scatterbrained per se, you know. But then again, if I'm working, I'd say, okay, I'm on the clock. I got to keep going with my job. That's all there is to it. You know. But at the same time, or we'll say if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson walked into the mall or something like that, the place would be a freaking zoo. Couldn't get anything done. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. Or John Cena, or 15 years ago we had Hulk Hogan at the Dartmouth Mall. Hulk Hogan, because his daughter was there to sing. Because I remember, because here's the funny part. Yesterday at the mall, working at the mall, I had to work Saturdays now, until the end of this year, obviously, because of the holidays and whatnot. So I got done at the entry, done the windows at the entry near Payless at the Dartmouth Mall. Right, I'm walking up. There was a line for the Grinch. All right, the Grinch. You swear Jim Carrey was actually there or something like that, but it wasn't. But it almost like original facsimile thereof, as the Three Stooges would say. There was a line all the way from Sears to the center court where the Grinch is. near JCPenney. Sears or JCPenney. It's a long line. So I was like, I'll walk off the other way. So I'm walking by, and Tim, our head security guard, Tim, he goes, man, I haven't seen this place been busy since Hulk Hogan came here 15 years ago. And I said, I remember that. And so that's what's very interesting, you know. We rarely have celebrities around here in the South Coast, and if we do, it's a one-time opportunity. I mean, Boys to Men. I didn't get a chance to see Boys to Men. You know, some kid from Roosevelt School back in the day won a contest on the Fox Kids Countdown. This is talking about mid-'90s, my friends. Mid-'90s, we are talking, and they end up doing a concert at Franklin Roosevelt School. Crazy, isn't it? And then we had and over the summer when I was a kid, they had early '90s. They had Red Sox camp, and I ended up getting meeting Dana Kicker. Remember Dana Kicker? I know you Red Sox fans. I'm a Red Sox fan. Dana Kicker, and I said, hope you guys beat Oakland. You know, Oakland's a tough team. And he said 3 out of 4. He said, oh, we're going to do them 4 out of 4. And they did sweep Oakland that series. I was like, wow, that was good. You know, so it's really cool. So, end up, you know, this is like back in the early 90s, something like that. So, and we had Brooke Hogan. I was still working for Ruby Tuesday at the time. Brooke Hogan came and visited. So after, I think I had that Sunday off. I think I had that Sunday off while I was still working. I forget. I came and I saw Hulk Hogan's daughter, and the crowd was so huge, like I can barely see the Hulkster. You know, it's really crazy. But bottom line is, guys, is this: the moral of the whole video is this, guys: be careful who you are obsessed with. Be careful when it comes to your favorite celebrity or your favorite person, or crush or whatever. Be careful. You know, don't get too borderline obsessed. It could get you in a lot of trouble, especially in this day and age with the Me Too movement going on and whatnot. That's why I decided, well, I'm just going to sit back, do my thing, and just have fun on here. Play my video games, talk about sports, wrestling, whatever. Just being me, having fun. Talk about Christmas is coming up. Just be careful, all right? Just be careful. Don't get yourself in a lot of trouble, and don't let you know. Keep a clear mind and an open heart and an open mind. All right, that's what I tried to do when it came to wrestling. Open heart, open mind. You know, say, listen, I respect all the ladies, you know, past, present, future in the WWE. Regardless of what they did outside the ring, it's what's inside the ring that counts. The accomplishments they did, and what they do outside of WWE, that's their own business. So, yeah, so obsession, be careful. Don't go overboard. Don't get too overly obsessed. Just be a fan. Say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm a fan. Liked your work. Well, and they respond back to you or ask you a question about yourself, then you can answer that. But right now, just say what you say. Back up a little bit, relax, have some fun, do the thing, shop on Amazon, shop on eBay, whatever you like to do go about your thing, play your video games or whatever, schoolwork, whatever. Just be careful. Just be careful. All right? Don't get yourself blocked. Don't get yourself in trouble. Just be respectful. Be considerate. And be nice. Don't make the same mistakes I made back in the day when I was obsessed after my ex-crush Paulette. Don't make those same mistakes. Just be cool. Be respectful. All right? That's all the time we have right here. Got to sign off. I got church in about 15 minutes or so. So God bless you guys. Have a good day, and catch you on the flip side. All right? See ya.